guys, it is Monday here at Witches of the Moon, and I am your hostess for today, Blythe. And this week's topic is about our favorite New Age books. Now, I am a huge reader of fiction. I have an issue with getting through a lot of nonfiction books, so a lot of these books that I'm going to speak about, to be totally honest, I have not finished. But so I don't want to pretend that I know about these books and, I haven't finished them. There are a few that I have finished. I start on a topic and then I kind of move on to the next, and I kind of have a focus problem. And so, but these are books that I had definitely recommend and have been recommended to me by people that I really value their recommendations and their judgment and their values as witches, I suppose. So this is in no particular order. A lot of my books are actually on my Kindle. I have like the most basic Kindle ever. It's the regular, I don't know what it's called. But I use it, and I like using the Kindle because I can carry around, I got about 300 books on this right now, and I obviously don't have to cart around 300 books. The Kindle is great if you are kind of hiding a little bit, because you can put a lock on it so people can't get into your stuff, which is really great. And if you have children, they can't rip your books apart either. I've had that problem. So some of the books that I have on my Kindle that I would recommend is Wicca for Beginners by Thea Savin. I really enjoyed that book, even though I am not Wiccan, and it did give a really good basis of that religion. I did really find that book was extremely helpful with explaining some things and some basic god and goddess worship. The Wheel of the Year, Living the Magical Life, did not write down the author. I liked that book too, is also on my Kindle, because it's something you can reread every year, and it goes like month by month by month to help you and to give you ideas on how to live a magical life and to celebrate the Sabbats and the seasons and the months and everything else. That is more based on the northern hemisphere, though. Also, The Simple Sabbat by Flora Peterson. I enjoy that as well. She has recipes in there. She has some really easy, simple ideas, things that you could do to celebrate the different Sabbats and celebrate them with your children as well. An author that I enjoy is actually Christopher Penczak, and I have a few of his books. On Kindle, I have Spirit Allies, which I did not finish. But I will get back to that one because that is something that really interests me. I need to get more in touch with my guides. One of his books, another one I didn't finish, was The Inner Temple of Witchcraft. I've been having an issue with this book because it's more of doing the exercises. I have a discipline problem, and I haven't done a lot of the exercises, so that's something I need to work on. I also have his Reiki book. But he kind of added some extra symbols in there than what's not taught in the normal classes, so it was a little hard for me to kind of jump into that one. And I am currently reading his book, Buddha, Christ, and Merlin, Three Wise Men for Our Age, because he's actually going to be doing a book signing on this book next month. So this one I'm like halfway through, and I'm having a hard time getting into it, to be totally honest. So that's what I'm working on right now. I also enjoy Dorothy Morrison. I have her Everyday Moon Magic on my Kindle and Utterly Wicked. Moon Magic is good because it talks about each moon, each month, and different things you can do to celebrate the full moons and how to use the moons in your magic in your everyday life. And Utterly Wicked is a hex/curse book, which I actually really enjoy too. I haven't done any of them, but I enjoy her, just how she writes. I really do enjoy that. Another book that is really good and came highly recommended to me, and I actually do recommend it to other people even though I had not finished it yet, is You Are Psychic by Deborah Lynn Katz, and it really helps you to learn how to tap into your clairvoyance and to protect yourself to be sensitive but not oversensitive. So it's something that I am. That's another book that I'm working through, and I have actually finished this one. Hecate Liminal Rights by Sorta, I think is how you pronounce her first name. That is an awesome book if you were interested in Hecate. That one I ate up. So that one is a really, really good book if you're interested in her or you work with her. Or I have other books about her that I have not read that are still on my list, but that one I read. So one of the books that kind of like started me out, or this is actually the book I've had since I was about, say, 14, 15, is Love, Sex, and Astrology by Terry King. And actually the copyright on this I think is from like the 70s, I want to say. I've had this book for a very, very long time. Copyright 73. I've had this book for a very long time. I've written in it. I've underlined stuff. I've highlighted it. This was kind of my science experiment when I first got into astrology. It was comparing the person that I knew to their sun sign, and then later on, of course, I realized there's more to somebody than just their sun sign. Another book I enjoyed was Living Astru. This is about the Norse religions. I work with Freya, and I've been very interested in the Norse religion, so I bought this book and I finished this. This is a very, very, very quick read. This is the only pagan religion that I've come across that is not earth-based, that it says very clearly that is not earth-based, and why. Another book that I really, really loved is Ted Andrews' Enchantment of the Fairy Realm. He also has a book about auras that I started to read that I didn't finish, but this one I finished. I really like how he writes. He writes very simply. It's very easy to understand. Me, myself, before reading this, I had little to no knowledge, didn't want to know about fairies. It was not something that I was interested in or believed in or anything like that. And he takes the knowledge and he makes it very, very easy to understand and to explain, and is more of an elemental way than like a Tinkerbell way. So anybody that knows with fairies knows that there's no Tinkerbell fairies anyway. So I thought this was great. So if you're interested in fairies, this is a really good book. That's highlighted and written in and stuff too. I also have Pure Magic by Judica Isles. I really like this one. I was fortunate enough to meet her last year at Beltane, at our Beltane fair, and she signed it for me actually. I like her style, so I really do enjoy this book too. Some reference books that I have that I enjoy are Hoodoo, Herb, and Root Magic, and the author of this book, she actually owns LuckyMojo.com. And if you're not familiar with LuckyMojo.com, you should go check it out. It is a very, very good hoodoo resource. There's forums. They have a lot of good products there. I bought stuff from there. It's a very, 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 very good reference. And it has everything by the herb, and there's some drawings in here too, and how to use it, and there's I'm assuming there's substitutions, and you can also, like, these are all the love drawing herbs. So that is a really great reference to have. I also have this one that I enjoy too. The Compendium of Herbal Magic. This is another herbal book, and I'm not an herbalist. This too also has everything in alphabetical order and tells you how you can use the herbs with your magic. And I love this one too. I just got this one. This has been recommended to me a million times over. The Book of Stones. If you watch my personal channel, you know that I'm a big crystal person. And this is in color, and it has a lot of information, and it is really good reference to have. I also have, which I don't know where it is at the moment, the Crystal Bible. Can't recall the author. There's 2 volumes of it. I only have the first volume, and it's like tabbed to death. Every tab I have in that book is actually a crystal that I own, to kind of help me find them a little bit quicker, and that's usually what I use as a reference point when I do my crystal slash rune videos. So if you watch those videos, you've seen that book too. So that's what I got. I'm actually curious to see and hear about what the other witches on this channel, their favorite New Age books, because books is not really something we've discussed privately. So I am really interested as to what everybody else uses and reads as well. So I hope everybody has a blessed week. Have a good one.